Been quite a few mix-ups this week, and I think there's been some mix-ups here with the Danger Room as well, but they are going to be bringing back Danger Room with some key changes. But before we get into that, where are the Pride Gems? Where are the Pride Gems? It'll be coming later this week in a free claim. They messed something up. Last week, you could have found the Pride Gem inside the Iceman node and the campaign node. This week it was just missing, and this has been one of the main questions I get every day on Twitch. Also, they screwed up Battle World. We are aware that Battle World missions are not the newest version from our Friday blog, and we are actively looking into the solution for this. All right, let's get into it. Now, we'll get into the Danger Room changes. I believe one of the things they screwed up on the first round of Danger Room is that the points were cumulative. They absolutely were not supposed to be cumulative based on the information that I received when I was back at the Scopely HQ. So that was concerning to me because I think people got the wrong idea of how the game mode was going to play. Danger Room. Back and with updates, the Danger Room is booting up again. Prepare for another round of thrilling action that will put your skills and savvy to the test. If you haven't already, be sure to check out our recent Danger Room Recently Asked Questions blog that answered popular questions and concerns asked by the community. There are several key updates arriving with the second run, so let's dive in and take a look. Scoring. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. Going forward, scoring for milestones and leaderboards will no longer be cumulative. I think that was a mistake. They're trying to act like it was on purpose. I don't think so. You'll need to hit the highest run score possible on an individual run to reach milestones and climb the leaderboard. Remember, defeating a final boss will be the primary method of scoring in the Danger Room, and the higher difficulty final boss you beat, the higher run score will be. And it seemed to me that in the last run, like if you beat difficulty 1 and you ran through the whole thing and made it through the boss, you got about 10,000 points, more than 10,000 points. And if you went through difficulty 5, you had about 50,000, more than 50,000 points. And then the max difficulty, difficulty 10, got you a score over 100,000 points, which also lined up with the max rewards on the milestones. So to get out all of the milestones, you have to beat the final boss on difficulty 10. Now, you don't get a lot of points for just beating a node. You might get 100 points, 200 points. All the points seem to be stacked up on the final boss. Now, they are going to increase access to danger tokens, and the strategy is going to be kind of the way it should work, the way that a roguelike should work. You're going to have to find a difficulty that makes sense to run, whether that's difficulty 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I don't know. And then on the difficulty, there's going to be some sort of efficiency. Like, how can I get the most amount of danger tokens by running what difficulty? At difficulty 7, I'm going to have an easy enough time to go through it. I'm going to be able to get enough danger tokens so that I can give myself a boost that goes from day to day and from round to round, right, with the danger tokens. That way I can eventually move up to 8 and then 9 and then finally beat 10. This is where someone should be able to push their way through this regardless of account size, right? You're just going to have to play a lot more than a person that has a fully developed account. I mean, if they're lucky also, but a fully developed account might be able to get through the max difficulty and max rewards in a shorter period of time. Danger tokens, this is important. You'll now be able to earn danger tokens from standard combat missions in addition to elite combat missions. However, elite combat missions will now reward even more danger tokens to accommodate these updates. We're rebalancing starting combat mod costs. No matter how you earn danger tokens, be sure to grab as many as you can use them to activate key combat mods the start of a run to help you reach the final boss and achieve a high run score. So it's going to be easier to get danger tokens because you're going to be able to get them from both sides. I felt like it felt bad having to choose the elite combat missions to get the danger tokens where I would get destroyed, right? Now I can at least get a little bit by doing the standard combat missions, and then I can get enough danger tokens to turn on a mod that's going to last for the rest of the event, however long it lasts. And the idea is picking a difficulty, getting many danger tokens per run on that given difficulty, enabling the starting combat mods, and then moving up to a higher difficulty, and doing that in a way until you can beat the final 10th node, right? Characters. And I think this is great. Throughout the run, you'll still be able to choose from 3 teams. They said 2 teams, but it looks like now it's going to be 3 teams, along with several free agents. So last time the free agents were like Cyclops and Star-Lord. This time the free agents will be accompanied by zero-cost starting mods to make them strong enough to choose right from the start. And we might have thrown in a few fun mods to pick during your run if you choose any of the free agents. Here are the list of characters available for the second tour of the Danger Room Duty. Vigilantes, Thunderbolts, Accursed, Iron Patriot, Ghost Rider, Blade, Elsa, Yelena, Red Guardian. And a lot of people are saying is, can't we have the real Thunderbolts team, with Yelena and Red Guardian? And this will allow for gameplay. Now, what they're saying is that they're going to give out starting mods, because Yelena and Red Guardian have bad stats, but they're going to do some sort of modifiers right from the gate to make one want to play these. And I know in the last version, I didn't feel like there was a lot of incentive to play, whatever it was, Star-Lord and Cyclops. It just didn't make any sense. Maybe this will right here, so that way we can use them actually. And then this also is kind of like a proper way of playing older characters, Elsa, Yelena, Red Guardian. When's the last time we even thought about those characters? And maybe the boosts will be significant enough to make runs easy enough and to build off combos. I really hope that they give Yelena and Red Guardian the Thunderbolts tag to make the Thunderbolts a viable team, because last time it felt like it was vigilante, and I didn't really have a lot of success personally with the Thunderbolts. Rental tokens, so this is going to be changed. The way that it was is that you had like unlimited amount of rental tokens. It's not going to work that way. Your rental tokens are no longer refresh after each run during this next run. However, we want you to have enough rental tokens each day to play with the new team's characters. So we're raising the rental tokens from 5 to 10 and increasing the refresh rate. I wish the rental characters were a little bit stronger. It felt like they were pretty weak and almost not usable. Bug fixes. Put on our size 100 Sentinel boots and squash many of the pesky bugs that were scurrying around the Danger Room for the first run. And we have even more fixes on the way for the following run as well. Thank you to everyone who played and provided feedback for the first run of the Danger Room. I have some more updates in the coming future runs. For now, prepare the above teams for the ultimate field test of the Danger Room. And this will be coming back on June 18th, which at the time of recording this video is about a week out. So this should give an experience where, I don't know, I'm going to try difficulty 7. And can I get through it on difficulty 7? No, difficulty 7 is a pain. All right, I'll go down to difficulty 6. Well, at least I got a couple tokens. Well, am I going to get more tokens per run at difficulty 6 or difficulty 5? Whatever that number is, I'll come to determination that when I first started playing it, the optimal place for me to get as many tokens with the most amount of fun without it being like stressful, where I'm just losing all the time to bad RNG. It is very random game mode. And then pick out the mods that I want with the combat tokens that I've accumulated. And that's going to be stacking. That way, every time I play, I get those mods going forward. And once I have enough mods, I can go to a higher difficulty and a higher difficulty. And that's the way it's supposed to work, is that you build up the danger tokens, you get the mods, and then the next difficulty should be more consistent, and you finally can beat the 10th difficulty. There's always going to be RNG, and it's going to require smart gameplay, and someone with a larger account is going to be able to get through this faster. But this also means that somebody, if they're willing to play it a lot, should be able to beat this regardless, just a lot more time. And that would be even perhaps a new account. I believe that in the last one, new accounts were able to get through difficulty 10 through that exact process. All right, let me know what you think in the comment section. Bye for now.